Saseni, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from the video I did on my 14 years here in Germany, and things I've learned from it. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. I didn't expect that. Siku expect you, because if you ask me, people are saying I've achieved a lot, but it doesn't feel so. But it's still a good thing, because that means I want more. But like I said, the first person or the first person I want to acknowledge, ni God. Guys, I told you there is a story I'm going to share with you one day. This is not the right time yet of how someone exploited me. This is not the right time to share that story yet. But karibu inimalize. Karibu iyo story inimalize, because I ended up being in a position where I have to pay someone else's debt. And ilikuwa imefika to a point I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I was even ready to declare myself bankrupt instead of paying that debt. So I had to choose. I had that option to choose that part, not to pay that debt and end up declaring bankrupt. But I thought about my life. I thought about my kids and everything, and I was like, I have everything to lose, and this guy has nothing to lose. Mimi ndio niko na everything to lose, and this guy has nothing to lose. So anyways, this is a story that I'll share one day. I'll share it one day as a testimony. But I want you guys to know there are people out there who don't wish you well, especially wale watu wanakuchekesha. They even try to get close to you and your family. Sio kila mtu anakuishia vizuri. And another question that I've been getting a lot ni about Weiterbildung. Weiterbildung, it's further studies. That question I've been getting a lot, because I said when I'm on a maternity leave, or this time when we end up staying at home, see, we have this long period, like during pregnancy, most people don't work here in Germany, and most of that time we spend that time at home. Personally, I can't even tell you what I was doing that time, and this is the time where you can do those Weiterbildungen. To be honest, so many people normally think that those Weiterbildung and those further studies can only be paid for by the employer. And this is where we go wrong. Even others say that you have to have 2 years of experience for you to be able to do these further studies. This is where we go wrong, or this is where you are wrong if you're still thinking like that. Let me tell you guys, I did my own research, and most of these courses are not even expensive. They are not even expensive, and they even allow you to pay in small installments. So if the course is going for 1 year and it goes for 2,500, imagine you can still pay for that course, for that 2,500 within 1 year, because so many employers are not ready to pay for your further studies, because it's not like back in the days, where you would do further studies and then the employer would pay for it, and then you're obligated to stay in that company for the next 2 years. Nowadays it doesn't work like that, and that's why so many employers are not doing that anymore. So you can also invest this for yourself. You can do this for yourself. You don't have to depend on the company for it to pay for you. And like I said, it's not even expensive, and you don't even have to be on that maternity leave for you to do that course. You can still do it while you're still working. Like, there are some courses, like the good courses, the employer is not going to pay for you those courses. And you know, nowadays, for you to start a Pflegedienst, for those people who are already in Germany who are nurses, you need a Pflegedienstleitung. And it's so hard to get one. So this one is one which is a very, very, very good Pflegedienstleitung. And it's not even expensive. It's something, if you're willing to and if you want, you can be able to pay it for yourself. So PDL, and there's another one, Palliative Weiterbildung. You can also do this one. This one is very, 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 very good. Palliative, because we have so many people now. Nowadays, cancer is becoming so bad, especially here in Germany. So we have so many people who need this palliative and hospice. So we need this Weiterbildung. We don't have that yet, and it pays very, 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 very good. So that That's another Weiterbildung I can empfehlen. Praxisanleiter, I don't know how to say that in English. That's a very, 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 very good Weiterbildung. You can also do intensive, the one I did back in 2017, intensive and Vakoma Experten. That's also very, 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 very good. If you want to self-employ yourself and start something, you can always start up a intensive Pflegedienst. That's super, super, super good as well. And there's so many other, depending on what you're interested in. There's also quality management. Every company needs a QM, like a quality manager. So if you have the car, if you want, there are so many things you can do, because if you continue being a nurse, then your value is just there. It's like buying a house and you're not doing anything to it. So the value is not, you are not adding any value to that house. So you don't have to wait for those 2 years. You don't have to wait for your employer to pay those things for you. Anyways, the other one was about credit. Someone said on the comment section that even in Kenya, kuna credit, you get easy credit. I know, but the difference between Kenya and Germany is that when you're not able to pay for those credits, here in Germany you can declare yourself bankrupt. You can say you don't have any money and they won't do you anything. But you'll have a limited salary because there's an amount of money that you're supposed to earn per year. So your life will be limited, but they won't come to your house and grab like stuff. Hawata kuchota. But during these 3 months, you cannot even buy anything. You cannot even buy property. If you have property, this is where now they get you. If you have property where they can get that money from, of course, they'll come and get it. If you have a car worth 50,000 and your credit is only 20,000, they will sell your car, get their 20,000 and give you the rest of the money, you know. But these sweet credits, you know what they do. You know what they do when it comes to credit. They will start small. They will give you like 15,000. 15,000 you can be able to pay, right? And maybe you are paying 250 euros per month. So you pay for 2 years. After 2 years, they will send you a letter and give you another amazing offer that we are going to add you 10 or 15,000 on top of that, and then you'll be paying only 350. Sound good, alright? Sounds super, super good. And then you don't have even any plans of buying something, ama hauna kitu ya kufanya na pesa, you end up grabbing that contract or that credit, which will make your money to start again from the first month. You know, most of the credits here, they have a duration of, they go for a duration of 7 years. So if you take a new credit, meaning that the 2 years that you have paid will all cancel, and then you're going to start again from the first month again. I'm not saying it's bad to get credits. It's not bad, but if you be sure what you want and how much you want, because I always tell people, if you have to take a credit, make sure you know exactly what you want, and make sure that credit you are going to do something that will make money out of it. Yeah? Usichukue credit hapa uende ununue shamba Kamuru. Don't take credit here, you go and buy shamba Kamuru. In the next 7 years, that shamba will maybe have added only 200,000 value, and you still have here like 500 euros every month that you're paying. But if you take that credit and do business with it, something that's going to bring money every year, then go ahead and take that credit. Go ahead and take that credit. And another thing, don't take 3-4 small credit. If you want 100,000 euro credit, go ahead and take a big credit. Do what you want and finish up. Don't take like 50,000 and then after 2 years, 1 year, you are like, I need more. I need to pick up this call. Kuna mtu amenipigia simu and I had to pick that call. That's why I was gone. And I was saying, instead of taking 2-3 small credit, because the interest will go up, take one big credit, finish up what you're doing, and then that's it. And make sure you only have one credit. And then what I wanted to say, or what I was saying about the depot minus and taking another credit card. You know, there's another credit card. Like you have a credit and then you take another credit card where they tell you you can buy anything you want, and then after every month or after maybe sometimes you'll be paying back this money. With depot is going minus. they will do that. They will do you something. They will start taking interest from that money. Maybe you go a depot of 3,000. They will start taking interest from that money. And then getting out of that depot, it's always a hassle. It's always a hassle. Inakwanga ni kama kurogwa. Getting out of that minus is always a hassle. You have to take an extra job, because let's say you have a minus of 3,000 and your salary is like 2,500. You see, you're not even up to there even at the end of the month. You're always going to be on minus, and you still have bills to pay and things to do. So you're not going to get out of it unless you do something extra. You look for a mini job, or you do extra job to get out of that minus. Me, I can only go minus 100, and I make sure I don't even go to that minus 100, because pesa, if the money is not yours, don't spend it. And when it comes to these other credit card, I don't even remember the names, but they are those credit cards. That money is also not yours. At the back of your mind, you always remember that I have a minus 2,000 somewhere, because they're not going to take that money like instantly, and they will ask you to be paying that money in small amount in installments, and then you start paying small. With time you have to pay with interest. And like I said on the other video, if you don't have the money, you cannot use it. But if you have this credit card and you see like, oh, kuna ndege ya kwenda Kenya, there is a plane for going home which goes for 500, you're going to book that plane. But if you don't have that money, you won't book for that trip that you don't have money for. I don't understand. I don't know if you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. If you don't have any money, then you cannot spend. You cannot spend because hauna hiyo pesa. And I said something about bringing my husband here, and someone said it's not always good for me to keep on mentioning that. Imagine kitambo, I thought it's something good. I'm always proud of myself for doing that. Was it easy? No, it wasn't easy. Was it challenging? Yes, it was very, very challenging, but I don't regret doing it. And if I would do it again, I would choose him, and I would choose the same path. So I'll have to stop doing that. I'll have to stop mentioning on my video so many times that I did that, because someone said like, oh, msichana wa Kenya akikufanyia kitu, she has to keep on saying she did it. I have to stop doing that. But I appreciate, guys, I appreciate all the feedback. Unaona saa zingine mnanikosoa. You guys bring me back to the mnanipeleka laini. Mnanipeleka na mutaratara. What else did I say? Because people are saying that was too fast, and I needed to explain kidogo exactly what I meant by those things. Like could travel during that time you are at home. That one is clear. Like you are at home that time, and the kids are not yet in school. Like here in Germany, when it's school time, you cannot travel because you have to say why you're taking the kids out of school. But if you're still in kindergarten, you can still travel. I can't remember what else I mentioned about the things I would do differently. I said about investing with kids, or investing in general. I have someone who's going to guide us through that process of investing. So on that, I'm not going to say anything, because I have someone coming up to guide us through that process. Ya kuinvest huku. I talk about buying property. I met a friend of mine. She also has properties here in Germany. She bought 2 properties, and nowadays she's against buying properties. So I'm also going to invite her, and we are going to have that discussion, because it's crazy. It's crazy. And she was like, you have to know that buying a house, every time we think it's a good thing or it's an asset, but sometimes it can be a liability. And there was someone, she said she knows someone who bought a house for 700,000, and she has to pay more than 2,000 euros per month. So for her, that was too much. You don't have to buy a house just for the sake of having a house. And she's also going to come here and share with us her experiences. This is crazy, but I feel like it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Yeah, and there are so many things, by the way, I would do differently. But I forgot to mention, because so many people ask me, or I wanted to explain this, and I remember on the video, I did not even explain it properly. If I said I did nursing because I had no option, but if the time was taken back, or if it's now, would I do nursing again? I think I would. It's not even I think, I would definitely do it, because I feel like it has gotten me so far. It has gotten me so far, and I still feel like I'm not there yet. There are so many things I can still achieve with it. And yeah, I'm here. Nimefika hapa. So ndio maana nimekaa sasa, ni kama nimekwama, but nimefika mahali nilikuwa naenda. So there are so many places that this nursing Ausbildung has gotten me, and actually I don't even regret doing it. People say we are not paid well, people say it's not a good job, but if you get to know yourself and know the right places where you can work, you don't have to work in Altenheim, you don't have to work in the hospital. There are so many other good things you can do with this qualification. And yes, I have to go, guys. I have to be somewhere. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for always watching my videos. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you for sharing, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I love you so much, guys, and see you on the next one.